Kia ora, Cancer. This is your reading for the full moon in Libra that happens on the 6th and the 7th of March, which is only a day away now. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's see what's on the table and check out any other titles that stand out for you. The collective reading is up there if you're watching this now. We get a chance at this time to possibly just reconfigure the tools or the direction, whatever, the tools that we can utilize to get our intentions actually off the ground and into form at some point as we move through March, because it's very fast sort of moving times at the moment. But with this full moon in Virgo, we get a chance to, I guess, make sure that we've perfected it in a way that suits us. I think that's what it's sort of about. And it's a sobering moment. It's a sobering time. We've got Saturn moving into Pisces, so it's happening pretty much at the same time, Cancer. So let's see. We have the Emperor coming out. You might be working within quite a structured environment. You're working hard. It could be aspects of yourself, Cancer, at this time. Let's see. We do go through and clarify, as always, with a few other decks here. So this beautiful Emperor, very benevolent. Excuse me, Cancer, we're doing the right thing here. And we're doing the right thing. This Prince of Discs is a really slow release character. We're going in our own time. We're doing stuff in our own time is what I get from this, and you're in a good position to do that. You're in a strong position to be able to do it, to be your own authority, Cancer. We've got Lust, which is oh God, I just had a mental fog moment. This is oh God, I've got a mental fog moment, all right. Oh God, it's strength, It's strength. So we're taming our inner beast, or we certainly have a great understanding of it in this card. In the Thoth deck, it's called Lust. It's the Whore of Babylon riding the many-headed beast. It's the nature of, to simplify that, it's the nature of the mind, and we understand the difference between our ego and aspects of our psyche and, what we are conscious of, and there are aspects that we are not conscious of. But Cancer, we are in a good position to sort of understand ourselves a little bit more clearly here. And because of that, it gives us a large level of emotional satisfaction. A really large level here with the Nine of Cups. We know what makes us happy. We're in a secure place. We don't necessarily need to get complacent about that. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. Let's look at the Emperor, please. For Cancer, for this full moon. Full moon in Virgo. I think there's some Cancer out there that has really been quite focused on finding things out, or doing some inner work here, because we've got the Hierophant. Now, we're speaking of institutions, like the Emperor can be about that, the Hierophant can be about that. I see it more so as information of a spiritual kind that is for you, for you, for your growth and for your process. We get given a key, and it can come in the form of a mentor or a spiritual advisor. Prince of Discs, working. You know, sometimes to get the seed germinating, we need a little blast of flame. And this night, fast-moving night, is sort of is fire of fire here. Interesting, Cancer. Fire of fire. You say, well, what's that? It's compulsive, it's impulsive, it's actually quite the opposite of that Prince of Discs. It's shooting off flames, and this is the speed factor. It's not so much interested in a slow release of nitrogen and layers upon the seed. It wants to blast those seeds with fire, you know. Promethean moment, isn't it? Let's have a look at Lust, which is the Strength card in the Thoth deck. It is. Yep, Cancer's had some big sort of shifts and changes within relationship, I think, over the last year or 6 months, about how you express yourself emotionally. And so we're able to do this reciprocal thing. We're able to, there's not much threatening us here. We're not fearful. We know what makes us happy. We're quite confident, Cancer. Let's have a look at the Nine of Cups. The Two of Cups, of course, is one of the most harmonious cards in tarot. It is about choice. It's about giving and receiving in a really balanced and beautiful way. We're looking at the Nine of Cups. We've got the Star. So we are mixing the waters. In fact, it's often ether here, the beginnings of something new, a channel to higher guidance, our higher guidance and connection with the cosmos, with the earth itself. It's a beautiful healing card. We also have what else heals us often, or gives us nourishment and vitality, is to gather together, the resource that is people, friends, family, all of that kind of thing. Cancer, I'm just seeing a really good position here. It's because we've got Epona's wild daughter here. I think it's because you've done some of that shadow work, as they say, you know, going internally, going back, going into all the little corners, dark corners there. And you've had assistance with that because you've sought it out. So this is pretty amazing. We're talking that sort of shadow work. You can work with flame and the earth. Can we look at that knight with the knight? With the prince, I should say. Yeah, you've somehow amalgamated, or what's the word? Synthesized aspects of yourself. There's no it's as if the Cancer crab has suddenly been able to you know, move in a straight line almost, because crabs don't. They go wee, wee, wee. We've got Ecstasy, as I said, ecstasy. This joining of the flame, earth and fire. Integration of those elements within yourself, maybe. Cancer. It's an interesting reading, and it is the last reading, so it's been a day of readings, Cancer. And this is really light, very nice. So we're looking at the Two of Cups. We get Mikla Mako. You're enjoying this aspect of fun, of play. You're in a position to be able to do it. You've overcome something here, but I don't see it as like it just happened. I see it as a lot of hard work over the last year for some Cancers out there. For some, and it's kind of set you free, pretty much. And that is what you're feeling, Cancer. We've got the Journeyman, which is the Fool, literally the Fool. And we have that old gnome, which is literally the Magician on top of the world. Feeling good. So that's a wonderful thing. Now let's get an animal spirit. We're carrying the flame. There's something about fire here. Manage to really, I can't think of the right word for it, but within yourself, because everyone has all the elements within. You might have a propensity for fire. You might be heavily water, but usually you've got a kind of level of a mix. But it's like you're carrying the flame. There is something within this, like a culmination of sorts at this full moon in Virgo. There must be a connection in terms of possible moon cycles or planetary transits or something from the end of last year. I'm not too sure because I'm not an astrologer. I just have an interest in it. But this idea of honouring, you'll see a lot of stuff talking about ancestral healing, ancestral trauma, or honouring the ancestors. There's something about that. If you look at the Scorpio reading, it was quite heavily about that. I feel that, Cancer, you have in your own way managed to do that. For some out there, it's not going to be for everyone, but I do feel that you have managed to do that, and you've sought assistance to do it, because for some Cancers out there, you have a particular knowledge around that as well. So it's quite specific. So we have the beautiful elephant carrying that sacred flame. For every elephant that went before them, we're here to do that. It's quite full on, Cancer. So, on that note, thanks for joining me. The light's so bright because it's such a grey day. Thanks for joining me. Take good care and enjoy this full moon time in Virgo. Do check out other readings, and thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it. Ka kite, bye.